Hi everyone, on today's episode of Simply Maha, we're going to be making some shredded barbacoa tacos. So easy and so simple, you really only need the meat because of how flavorful and juicy it is. We'll be making it in an instant pot, but down in the description below, I'll be showing you how you can make it on your stovetop or on your oven. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the sauce that we're gonna cook our barbacoa in. I have my cilantro and my 5 cloves of garlic. And then I'm gonna add my chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. This is just smoked jalapenos. If you don't have this or can't get this in your local grocery store, you can add jalapeno with some liquid smoke, or you can just add some chili powder, but this really gives it a nice smoky flavor. So I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add my vinegar and then the spices that I have listed on my recipe card, and they will also be on my YouTube channel when I upload this week. And you're gonna need about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, the sauce calls for 1 onion. I have mine thinly sliced. However, I'm gonna choose to put this with the meat itself rather than in the sauce. So after I got it going for a little bit, I just added half a cup of water, and now I'm gonna mix that again. Now if you feel like that's not enough liquid for a 3-pound roast, remember that the roast is also gonna give out a lot of juices, a lot of liquid, so we will have enough at the end. Okay, that's enough, and here is your sauce that it's gonna cook in. And the reason why I'm choosing to have my onions on the meat itself and not in the sauce is because it's gonna get nice and caramelized and sweet, and that's what I like. So adjust the seasoning, add chicken bouillon. If you don't want to, add salt, and then now we're gonna get started on the meat. Okay, so here is my cut of beef. I have a chuck roast that's about 3 pounds. This is the perfect cut of meat for this type of dish. You can also use beef cheek if you want. Now, I have salted it pretty well, as you can see here. You want this salted very generously because we're gonna sear this. Even though it's gonna be submerged in sauce and water, whenever you add color to a piece of meat, it's gonna add flavor. So salt it, sear it on both sides in my Instant Pot, and then we're gonna set it to the meat and stew setting for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, I have my Instant Pot on saute, and hi, you can see me, yes. Okay, so remember, I have salted my meat, and now I'm gonna sear it. Have your Instant Pot on saute, and here we go. Yeah, you need to hear that sizzle until it's developed a nice color on both sides, and then we'll add the sauce, we'll add the onions, cover it, and I'll show you what to do next. All right, now I'm gonna flip it, and you might need to get a spatula to help you. I'm just gonna try to flip it right here. And other than it getting color on the surface, you see the color that it left behind in here? That is also flavor. Okay, as you can see, it has developed nice color on here as well. Leveling it off. And now we add our onions. All right, and our sauce that we have made. Now don't worry, like I said, the meat will render out a lot of its fat, a lot of juices, so it will be nice and saucy. Now we're gonna cover this up. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. Actually, let me take you here so y'all can see. All right, okay. I turned it off, and now I'm just gonna go to meat and stew for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and it should be nice and tender. So I just took my chuck roast out. It was just resting, and as you can see, it is fork tender. And these are all the onions. They're kind of like jam now. They're so sweet, so tender, and I just like how they are one with the meat. And all you're gonna do is go on and shred it with your fork like that. Now there's still a lot of liquid in my Instant Pot, but there's also a lot of fat. So I'm just gonna skim off the fat that's on the surface and just gonna drench some of it on here as saucy or as dry as you want it. So I'm just gonna keep shredding it and get back to you guys. You see how just easily it shreds?